The movie begins at a construction site. Levon Cade is the boss there, getting his team ready to start the day's work. He is very close to the Garcia family, who own the construction company. He cares about them a lot and treats them like his own family. While Levon and his team are working, he notices some trouble. A group of bad guys is picking on one of his workers. Levon calmly asks them to leave, but they don't listen and keep hurting the man. So Levon throws a bucket full of nails at them and then fights back to protect his worker. More bad guys come to fight, but Levon is strong and smart. He defends himself and makes them run away. After the fight, the young man asks Levon how he was able to do all that. Levon doesn't explain. He just tells him to go back to work like nothing happened. Nearby, Jenny, the teenage daughter of the Garcia family, sees everything. She doesn't say anything about it. Instead, she quietly asks Levon if he will look out for her. Levon promises that he will. Levon is a single dad. His daughter's name is Meredith, but people call her Mary. Right now, Mary lives with her grandfather, Dr. Roth. He does not like Levon at all. He blames Levon for the death of his daughter, but Levon tells his lawyers that his wife took her own life while they were both in the military. Levon's lawyers explain that Dr. Roth is rich and can afford powerful lawyers to keep Levon away from Mary. They warn Levon that this legal battle could be very hard and expensive, but Levon is not giving up. He has his own ways to fight back, and he is ready to do whatever it takes to stay close to his daughter. One night, Jenny goes out with her friends to a nightclub to have some fun, but there are two dangerous criminals watching them, Viper and Artemis. They are working for someone bad and are looking for a girl to kidnap. They notice Jenny and decide to take her. When Jenny tries to help one of her friends who drank too much, Viper and Artemis grab the chance. They catch Jenny, cover her mouth with something sticky so she can't scream, and pull her into their van before driving away. On Monday morning, Levon sees Jenny's parents, Joe and Carla. They look very worried. They tell Levon that Jenny has been missing since Friday night. They also feel that the police aren't doing enough to help find her. Joe knows that Levon used to be a soldier. He believes Levon has the skills to find bad people and rescue Jenny, but Levon says that part of his life is in the past and that he doesn't do those things anymore. Later, Levon visits his old friend Gunny Lefferty, who was also a soldier. Gunny is now blind because of an old mission, but he's grateful to Levon for saving his life back then. Levon tells Gunny about Jenny and how he's not sure what to do. After thinking about it, Levon goes back to see Joe at the Garcia family's home. He tells Joe that he considers them his family too. This shows that Levon has made up his mind. He is going to help bring Jenny back. Levon starts looking for clues to find out where Jenny is. He begins by going to the nightclub where she was last seen. While investigating, he finds a man named Johnny who works as a bartender there. Levon realizes Johnny is connected to the bad people who took Jenny. Levon goes to Johnny's apartment and forces him to talk by pouring water over his face in a scary way to make him give information. While this is happening, two of Johnny's friends come to the apartment. They hear Johnny yelling for help. As they try to shoot Levon, he holds Johnny in front of him to protect himself. Levon fights back and ends up shooting and killing both of them. He also takes the money they had. Later, a powerful leader from a dangerous Russian gang named Wolo Kolesnik finds the three dead bodies. He thinks someone is trying to go after their gang. Levon secretly enters the home of Wolo, the gang leader. He had just seen Wolo hit his wife, which makes Levon even more determined to stop him. Levon knocks Wolo out, ties him to a chair, and then ties the chair to a rope hanging above a swimming pool. He warns Wolo that if he makes too much noise, he'll cut the rope and let him fall into the pool. Levon questions Wolo, trying to find out where Jenny is. Wolo doesn't give a clear answer, but he angrily says something in Russian and mentions a man named Dimi. Levon decides he's had enough. He cuts the rope and lets Wolo fall into the water. Wolo is tied up and can't swim, so he drowns in his own pool. Later, Wolo's body is found by his brother, Simon Karchenko, who is the leader of the gang. Simon is furious and sends his two sons, Danya and Vanko, to hunt down Levon. To find the man named Dimi, Levon comes up with a plan. He meets with a local drug boss named Dutch and pretends to be a drug dealer who wants to sell something. Dutch doesn't trust him at first, so he sends his men to fight Levon, but Levon is tough and skilled. He beats them all easily. After that, Dutch is impressed. Dutch realizes that Levon used to be a soldier, just like him. Because of this, they start to respect each other. Dutch then agrees to help, help and tells Levon to meet with Artemis and her partner Dougie. He says that's where their business can begin. This is part of Levon's plan to get closer to finding Jenny. Artemis and Viper take Jenny to meet a man named Mr. Broward, who is their client. He is a terrible person and plans to hurt Jenny while she is unconscious. But Jenny is actually awake. When he gets close, she suddenly bites a big piece of his cheek, which makes him very angry. Meanwhile, Levon meets a man named Demi through Dutch. Levon is still pretending to be a real drug dealer, so they don't suspect anything. He tries to sneak into their biker bar to learn more, but Artemis sees him on a security camera and tells the others to stop him. Levon quickly steals a motorcycle and escapes into the forest. The bad guys chase him. During the chase, Levon crashes into a police car. Sadly, the two police officers, Sergeant Von Trask and Deputy Detweiler, are working with the criminals. Just then, Danya and Vanko arrive to take Levon. They give money to the police, and the police leave without helping Levon. The two brothers, Danya and Vanko, grab Levon and throw him into their van. They want to tie him up and hurt him because he killed their uncle, Wolo. But Levon doesn't give up easily. He starts fighting them inside the van. The fight is wild and they get thrown all over the place. During the struggle, someone's gun goes off and the driver is shot in the head and killed. Levon then gets control of the gun and shoots both Danya and Vanko, killing them too. After that, he gets out of the van and pushes it into the river to hide what happened. Later, their father, Simon, finds out that both his sons are dead when he sees their bodies at the morgue. He becomes very angry and says that now it's personal. He wants revenge on Levon. The bad guys find out who Levon really is, so they attack Dr. Roth's house. Levon finds out something is wrong when Dr. Roth doesn't come to pick up Mary from school like he normally does. Levon goes to the school and realizes that Mary might be in danger. He quickly picks her up and rushes to Roth's house. When they get there, the house is on fire. Levon runs into the burning house and saves Dr. Roth from the flame. Soon, firefighters and paramedics arrive to help. Even though Levon saved him, Dr. Roth is upset. He says that trouble always follows Levon and blames him for the danger. But Mary defends her dad and reminds her grandfather that Levon just saved his life. After that, Levon decides it's too risky for Mary to stay there. So he takes her to stay with his friend Gunny and Gunny's wife, where she will be safe. Demi tells Artemis and Viper to kill Jenny because she bit Mr. Broward and messed up their business deal. While they are driving through the woods with Jenny in the car, she finds a way to make the car crash. After the crash, she quickly cuts the ropes around her hands and feet and runs away to escape. She keeps running until she sees a police car and feels hopeful. But sadly, the cops in the car are Von Trask and Detweiler, the same dirty police officers who work for the criminals. Instead of helping her, they take Jenny back to the place where the bad people are. Viper and Artemis get ready to kill her like they were told. But then Broward calls them and changes his mind. He says he wants to give Jenny a second chance, but this time he wants her to stay dirty and awake, meaning he still plans to hurt her, but in a worse and more cruel way. Simon goes to Demi and tells him the truth, that Levon is not just a fake dealer, but a serious threat. He tells Demi that Levon is coming for him. After Simon leaves, Levon really does show up at the club. He finds Demi and shoots him in the hand, so Demi can't grab his gun or fight back. Then Levon tells Demi that he's coming with him and forces him to take him to the place where the traffickers are keeping Jenny. Demi takes Levon to the place where Jenny is being. When they get there, Levon forces Demi out of the car at gunpoint. Demi tries to explain himself by saying he knows what he does is wrong, but if he didn't do it, someone else would. He kicks Demi into a small creek and shoots him, killing him. Then Levon heads into the compound to rescue Jenny. At the same time, Artemis and Viper bring Mr. Broward to Jenny. He's about to hurt her again when suddenly a loud explosion shakes the whole place. Levon has thrown a grenade to cause chaos. Levon goes in and starts fighting all the gang members from the Bratva. He takes them down one by one. Then Dutch and his biker gang show up to stop Levon too. Levon fights and defeats all of them. At the end, it's just him and Dutch in a one-on-one knife fight. Levon wins and kills Dutch, but he shows respect for him, knowing Dutch was also a warrior like him. Levon hears Jenny calling out and finds the room where she is. He walks in and shoots Broward, killing him. Then he runs after Viper, while Jenny fights Artemis by wrapping her legs around her neck. Levon beats up Viper badly and finishes him by smashing his neck with his elbow. At the same time, Jenny holds onto Artemis's neck tightly until it breaks. After they're both safe, Levon sets Jenny free. But there are still more enemies outside, Carp and two other bad guys. The dirty cops, Von Trask, and Detweiler also show up, but Carp doesn't doesn't know they're working with the gang, so he thinks they're real police officers. He shoots them many times, then blows up their police car with them inside. Levon then uses his skills and weapons to kill Carp and the rest of the goons. After that, he finds a motorcycle and escapes with Jenny. From a distance, Simon sees them getting away. He calls his brother Yuri and tells him what happened. Yuri says that Levon, whom he calls the devil, got what he came for, and no one in their organization will help Simon get revenge. Simon is furious. He realizes he's on his own now and screams to the sky in anger. Levon takes Jenny back to her house. When they arrive, her whole family is there waiting. Jenny runs to them and they all hug her tightly. It's a very emotional and happy moment. Her parents, Joe and Carla, are crying as they thank Levon for saving their daughter's life. After that, Levon goes to Gunny's house to see his own daughter, Mary. He sits down with them to have breakfast. Gunny looks at Levon and says something important. He tells Levon, "You're finally home." This means Levon is not just back physically, but also back where he truly belongs, with the people who care about him. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.